Hello, my fine furry friends. Have you taken your vitamins? Have you drank your water? I'm waiting for an answer. You haven't given it. No, okay. I'll let that slide today. Um, what I won't let slide. Did you get enough sleep? How much are you sleeping? I'm not sleeping the greatest. Okay. That bitch right here. Anyway, we'll work on that. We will work on that because I know, and I know you know. We work on that. So we're still talking about fear. We're talking about some fears. I'm gonna let you know one of my last fears. I would love to say it's a new fear. It's not because we'll talk about it here in a minute. Get your water. So, I mean, come on. At this point, we kind of know where this is headed. I have been single now for almost three, almost. I don't include talking to people and like seeing if we're gonna date. Not being single, I include that in my singleness because no one's been like, "You gonna be my girl? We gonna stay this way." I'm putting in the work. No, it's not that yet. So, not for real, at least. So, I'm single for the most part, um, and have been since 2022. So we're coming up on 3 years now. We can math here. We're good at it for the most part. Um, but with that being said, sometimes there's a fear that we all have of like growing old and dying alone with like your cats. And you know what I won't do? This. I don't know if this is in all cultures, but I refuse to be someone's special friend in their obituary. I refuse. We're working our mouth. I refuse. I refuse to be someone's special friend or lifelong companion. I would not be relegated to such. So like I said, a fear of like growing old and lonely, and not lonely because never lonely. Growing old and alone with my dogs because I hate cats. Um, yeah, that's a fear. That is a fear because a lot of y'all don't know me and my children's father, which is the last significant relationship, like long relationship I've been in, met in two met in 2012. Check. We met, and so people know it is not. That's my sorority tattoo that I have from my line. It has 2011, so I know the the year after is when I met him. A couple months later. But anyway, we met in 2012. We did not start dating till 2016. So that was like 4 years of like him going through his life, me going through my life, coming together, getting apart, coming together, getting apart. It was always in that like talking stage, but never went further until one day, like he had asked me, and initially I didn't respond because what he did. This is why you can't be too cheesy with me or put me in too much of a like open space because then I'll start to like. But what he did was he got on his knee, he got down on one knee to ask me to be his girlfriend in a parking lot, and like there were people in the parking lot like way in the distance, and they saw him get down on his knee. Mind you, I'm sitting on the hood of the car, and he's like on his knee, and I'm like, up, get up, like I like please get off the ground. And he's like, will you answer me? Not unless you get off the ground. Get off the ground. So when he did, like, when I was ready to be his girlfriend, I was like, can you ask me again? And we were on the phone. So that was a thing. And I had been going back and forth with the idea of having a significant other and if I was ready for that, if I, was in a place in my life where I could give what I felt like I should be giving in a relationship. Um, and we jettisoned from there. But it was only that way because of 4 years of back and forth. Had that been like a brand new relationship, I probably would have been like molasses slow. Not even gonna hold you. Because I do like long relation. I'm a long relationship girly. Um, I'm also a girly who we can get engaged in like a month. We're gonna be engaged for like 2-3 years. Like we're not gonna be engaged for this short amount of time. Just because I want to see you in all your seasons. But to that point, like, so when we got together from 2016 to 2022, by the time we had broken up, we had known each other for a decade. Like a real decade. We met in, which is hilariously, we met in March of 2012. Our daughter was born in March of 2017 on the Founders Day of the institution that we met at. So it was really like serendipitous that way. And I thought it was adorable. But with all that time, I was like, no one's gonna understand me like him. No one's gonna get me for real. Like, am I gonna be able? I don't want. Am I gonna be able to get anybody else? I don't want to love like this again. This was horrible. Like this heartbreak is ridiculous. It took me 2 years. Like I will say, last year, the last quarter of last year was the first time that I was like able to really just be happy in all facets of my life and feel like I was doing something. I'll say half. I'll say last half. I think about it. The last half was when I was really like able to be happy in all the facets of my life. And not just put stock in me being a mom or me being a friend or me being a YouTube. I don't know what to call me in this space. This. Like the titles didn't matter. The person mattered, and that was the first time that had been a thing in years. My friends saw me go through some painful moments. Like I am not a one to cry in front of people. I am not a one to appear weak in front of people. Oh, but it's like from July of 2022 to about May of 2024. December 2023. Yeah. 31st birthday is when I was kind of just like, we got to make this about us now. But, and that's what I did for like that next chunk of months. I just kind of like focused in on what made me happy, the joy that I found in certain things. I leaned into stuff that I loved and passion projects that I had. I leaned into my kids. I leaned into self care and like figuring out stuff for myself. So like that last part of the year, like I said, I was extremely happy in where I was in my life. So by the time 32 popped up, I was like, yeah, we good, shawty. Like we happy. Somebody come in here, we're good. Somebody don't, we're fine too. But I'm not gonna lie and say that if there is not a fear of me not being with anybody and just not finding that person. Because the last thing I would want is for my great love story to be something that ended so horribly. Because y'all have known. I mean, y'all haven't. We're not. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do a full story time of everything that happened because that would be a multi-parter, but in a longer, like a long situation. But y'all know just from the skimming of the surface, like everything it wasn't good. Like it wasn't a good end to a relationship. How I've had good ends to relationships prior, this just wasn't that. So the pain of that, the not knowing if, you know, I would even want to try again. Would I be, am I safe in this? And I honestly think from the previous series, that's what made me getting a friends with benefits so much easier. It's because, well, I already have a friend in this person. Tackling this, but not having the expectation of all of this, pretty easy. Did I take the easy way out? Probably so. We'll take that to the chin. Oh well. But, there's a fear. And then the crazy part is there's also a fear of, if I get it, am I going to do it in the right way? Did I love wrong the last time? Like, were my expectations too high? Was I unrealistic in the things that I was able to provide? Um, did I give him enough attention? Did I shower him with enough, love and adoration and appreciation and respect? Like, where was my disconnect? And of course, like, we understand like where we mess up in that specific relationship, but how do I apply that to the next one? Is it going to be applicable to the next one? Because even talking to some dudes now, a lot of dudes that I talk to now say they would have no issue with some of the same things that my prior fiance did. So it's just like, what? There's so much confusion in it. And that's a fear in itself. Like, it's so crazy to think that you have fear either way. Kind of like fear is just an emotion that we have to work through. The homework from last time. Picking up what I'm putting down. Like, are you? We'll see if you get it next video. Yeah. So this is 2 homework assignments now. We're at 3 homework assignments. Which voice are you listening to? Which what if are you listening to, really? The voice is louder. And now, like, is fear just something we gotta work through? Or is it something that we should allow to debilitate us? We'll talk about it next week. Yeah. I mean, it's not really a question because you're going to come back next week. And speaking of, if you keep coming back, why not subscribe? Turn the notification thing on. I'm really that YouTuber, but at the end of the day, bro, like, at this point, let the app work for you. That's we're too old for this. I'm too lazy, personally. So if I subscribe, I subscribe, I turn notifications on, because I'm not gonna remember to come back here every week, because I got 10,000 different things in my brain. I'm just saying. And if y'all are anything like me, I see my demographics. A lot of you are. Do it. Just subscribe, notifications. Da-da-da. If you don't, either way, we're here, and either way, we love you. With that love, we wish you love, we wish you happiness, and we wish you peace. Please remember that life is not a dress rehearsal, it is your final performance. God gave you what? That long. Do it doing the things you love. See you later, guys.